Welcome everyone to a wonderful episode. This one was kind of unexpected, but I feel like this is like right up our alley. We're gonna be
Mhm.
doing our 3 days grace episode, our top five and some honorables. This has been a wonderful experience, especially on YouTube. I just want to give a shout out and big thanks to anyone that's watching this on YouTube and
Mm.
really just engaging with us. I know that we have reaction. We're like doing a side quest for our reactions, but this is like our main deal. This is how we started, and this
Yeah.
is this is like the main thing that I really want to focus on too. I love reactions. Don't get me wrong,
Mm.
easy clickbait,
They are
whatever,
fun. Yeah.
but they're fun. But today is going to be a little bit of a serious matter kind of deal because Three Days Grace hits home for me, man. It's
Mm.
because I well before I get into that, how was your time listening to 3 Days Grace? Was there like a formula that you went with, or like how did you go about
Um,
picking your top five, man?
Kind of two answers to that question. How did I
Yeah,
get on? I did find it in parts very hard, like very, I don't know what's the right word. Well, I would use the word emotional, but not for me personally, but just like reading along the lyrics and hearing it, it was very, yeah, emotional is the best word that I can come up with, I think.
yeah,
But
very
my
emotional.
my way of like getting around that was just to listen. I've been through every album, which I am quite proud of actually, because I normally when we do
Nice.
something like this, I always say I'm going to start at album one and I'll go through till the end, and then I just never finish it or I run out of time and miss the last, like the most recent. But yeah, I managed to get all the way through them. So I kind of went because we was delayed in thanks to tech issues. I did have a
Mhm.
little bit of extra time, obviously. So
Yeah,
I'd already been through all of the albums and was kind of struggling really to actually pick anything out. So I went back through and did it again. And then I thought my way of going here is I'm just gonna play and let them all go through. And then if I like them, I'm gonna like them on Spotify, and
yeah,
then I'll let that. So if I'm kind of vibing and I'm like, yeah, okay, this is actually worth remembering, then I'll like it and add it to the like songs. And then at the end, I can just go back through them and pick five out of those ones because I wanted it to be what I felt vibing in the moment rather than
yeah,
trying to work it out any other kind of way. So that's the way that I went around it. But yeah, it was an interesting week or 2 weeks, however long
yeah.
we're
For
saying.
me, I've been going through some like real heavy shit lately,
Mm,
and this was a lot harder for me than I thought it was going to be. I Because you
mm,
know me, I'm going to pick out on how I feel for the week, and since I'm going
yeah.
through real heavy stuff right now, I don't really want to
Mm,
get into it. It's not really my story
mm,
to tell. It's not really my business, but
yeah.
it somewhat involves me just because of how I know the people.
Yeah.
But I've already told you the story. Don't
But
need to go into it and whatnot. But
so
what? What was that?
did that influence your actual picks? Because
Some of them,
I know that you
yes,
like these anyway. So is
I
there
do. But
nostalgic or whatever picks within this?
some of them did influence me a little bit, and
Mm,
we'll definitely get into that of like what's going on. And
yeah.
I'm just not gonna name any names. I'm just gonna say that
Mm,
it's just some real heavy life stuff that I was going through, and
yeah.
it was very it's just so emotional. It was a big emotional roller coaster for me. Still is right now.
Mm-hmm, mm,
So it did play a part in me picking my top five and some honorables. But we'll get
yeah.
into that. I don't know who's going to
Okay.
start this week, but you know what? Why don't you go ahead and give us your number five, man?
I'll kick off gladly. Yeah. So the one I picked in at number five was I think it's off the first album, which is Burn.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go ahead, man. Why'd you pick this
So
one?
this was one where I remember like listening to it for the first time because just for full exposure rather than clarity was I think this is the first time I'd actually heard this album, whether or
Yeah.
not you're jealous of me or not. But because I know we do sometimes say, God, I wish I could hear that for the first time
Right?
again. But yeah, so on first listen, it didn't really pull me in. And like, I've not been going through anything particularly heavy, but I've been extremely busy at work and life's kind of been a little bit busier than normal just
Yeah.
recently. Got things going on, birthdays coming up, and just general family. And So yeah, so I probably didn't pay as much attention as I should have done on the first listen of this album, and that's like I said, that's the reason that I wanted to go back and start again just to make sure that I'd not missed anything. And then when I listened to this again on the second run through, I realised that I had missed this. So it's a fantastic opener, and this kind of laid the foundations for me to know that I was going to be getting into some heavy shit, which is literally song one, album one, and was like, right,
Yeah.
okay. Like that chorus where he says, "Did you come here to watch me burn? I let it show that I'm not always hiding. Come all the way down and watch me burn." And I was like, "Oh, okay. This is the road that we're going down. Then is it some heavy, by the sounds of it, like redemption or resilience style way of writing?" And that kind of just followed throughout the whole listening journey, really.
Yeah.
But I just really enjoyed how I really liked his vocals on this and the way that he sings that part that I just mentioned. It's like the "I'm not always flying, so on the way down, I'll watch you burn." It kind of just gave me that classic sort of early to late 2000s style of
Yeah, I
rock
was
that was
definitely getting
around
that.
about, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's yeah, it kind of like I said, pulled me in on the second run through and was like, right, yeah, this is actually a really, really good song. And I'm so glad I listened to it again because I feel like I might have missed it. But it is that classic 2000s rock, which is now dad rock, I guess. Divorced
Um,
dad rock? Do they fall
don't
into that
don't
category
don't you
yet?
even start that. Don't you even start that. I really like this song. This one was one that I kind of expected from you.
All
This
right,
because
yeah.
from their first album, this was like, not to like be, like
Like
typical
critical, yeah.
yeah, critical. This is a great album. This was the album that got us all into it. And this
Mm,
was one of the songs for me that was just a signature sound that we were all looking
yeah.
for when it came to
Mm,
3 Days Grace. And I'm getting like when you listen to this song, you get like a lot of like you said, like a lot of early '90s rock kind of vibes from
mm,
this. And they just put their style on it, and I absolutely dig this song, man.
yeah.
When you went through this song like a second time or third
Yeah.
time, whatever, what was it? Was it like I know there's a lyrics or whatever kind of caught you, but what about it
Mm.
musically did you really like about it?
Yeah, musically, I don't know, maybe for the first time ever, I think I was focusing more on the lyrics as I was going through, certainly for the second
Gotcha.
time
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah, yeah.
And which is strange for me or for regular listeners or watchers because that's never normally the way that I do go about these styles of episodes. I'm always listening to the music first and then the lyrics are like a second thing. But I think, yeah, I really enjoyed guitar tone and just that kind of the pace of this song. I think is what another thing that I enjoyed because it wasn't too fast, it wasn't too slow where it's like that slow you can feel yourself falling asleep. It was just literally at the perfect tempo, and all the instruments I thought sounded very good, which again from previous sort of album reviews or listening where we have gone back to first albums, that's not usually the case because it sounds a bit raw, sounds a bit rough, it's kind of mixed, average because that's just all the bands could afford at that time. Whereas this
Yeah.
sounds like it's produced really, really well for a first
And
album.
for a first album, this
Mm,
sounds like it was produced very well. And
yeah.
this is one of those signature songs that just everyone really
Mm,
knew. And this was one of those songs that I first started listening to them as well.
mm,
I did run across this song for my first my first run through. I did run across
mm,
through it. It just didn't
yeah.
appeal to me like it like some of these other songs did.
Mm,
Not because it's not a great song or anything. It's more just because of what I'm going through. It didn't really like hold
yeah,
any
yeah.
kind of value to me.
Yeah.
And but I
That's
really
fair.
liked it, man. I,
Good.
I thought this was a good choice for you, man. Way
Good.
to get
Thank
things
you.
started. Appreciate
That
it.
is all as usual when we're doing a band that you're quite heavy on. I just always want that, that yeah, nice choice rather than me just picking the top five. And I
Yes.
absolutely did not dare to come and say I hate everything about you is my number one because I knew you would have
Oh
actually
my
killed me.
god, if you did that, I would have scolded you for so long, and I'd be like, "This mother effer, bro."
I'm like, that has to be nowhere in my top 5. The Honourables, nowhere. I don't even listen to it. I actually skipped,
I don't want
listening
this
to
anywhere.
the album with that on. I purposely kept skipping it because I just kept singing it over and over, and I'm like, no, get this out of my head. This is a bad
So,
earworm.
so for me, for my first one that I went through, or that I went with,
Mhm.
was "Lost in You" by. I think this was off. I can't remember which album this was off of. Let me look at it real quick.
Life starts now.
Live, yeah, that's the one. This was around the time that I was getting out of the Navy and whatnot, but
Mm,
and that's around this when this one came out. I
yeah,
really like I said, I'm going through some heavy stuff, and then this one just it just kept popping up over and over in my playlist, and I was like,
yeah,
man, why is this here? Why does this keep popping up? And I
fate.
just it was fate that this one was here.
Yeah,
I I really like this song because that it's more of a breakup song than it is like a happy song. Like I'm getting lost in
which
you,
you
but
wouldn't, you by the title, you would
by the
think it is
title, you're
about
like,
like a new love or like
yeah.
romance.
So
Yeah,
like look like it even says, I remember when I said I'm nothing without you, somehow I found a way to get lost in you. Let me inside, let me get close to you. Change your mind. I'll get lost if you want me to. Like I'll just go
mm,
away if you want me to. This is what I'll do.
yeah, yeah.
But somehow I found a way to get lost in you again. Even though that you're
Hmm.
gone, I still can get lost in you. So he's trying to
Yeah,
figure out a way to let someone go in a way. That's
mm,
the way I get from this song. This song was hugely emotional for me, and
yeah.
it kind of brought a tear to my eye because it was just like, man, I haven't heard this song in ages, and
Hmm.
then what I'm going through is just like, bro, like why does Three Grace have to fucking like bring out this emotional side of me?
Bring the feels.
Yeah, and even in this, well, even in the second verse, he goes, "You always thought that I left myself open, but you didn't know I was already broken. I told
Mm,
myself that it wouldn't be so bad, but pulling away took everything that I had. Like pulling away from this situation is taking everything that I have, not to
yeah,
say something about it, not to, try to mend things and fix things when things are just
mm,
generally unfixable at this point.
yeah.
And man, this was, and it's
Did
heavy,
it
man.
hit the spot, or was it,
It
like when
definitely hit
people
a
say this
spot for me.
scratched my brain and in a place, or
This definitely scratched that itch of me to where
yeah,
that emotional part of me, and man,
mm,
it's just it was heavy for me to like
yeah,
listen
yeah.
to this again. What did you think about it, man?
When I saw that you'd picked this, I knew that you were going to pick this, because this really is just this is this week's you song. I
Okay,
thought.
okay,
I just
I'll
knew
take it.
you were
I'll
gonna.
take
As
it.
soon as I saw the name of it and thought, right, okay, that
No,
sounds
I'll
like something
definitely
he'd
take
like.
it.
Then I listened to it and was like, okay, it's kind of not that rock vibe. Well, I mean, it is, but I mean, it's not. It's not like a heavy song. It's not, the anger. Some of the other like angry songs that I'd
Yeah,
heard,
yeah, yeah.
and I thought, okay, this vibe fits. Then I read the lyrics and was like, right, okay. Although I do have to admit that I'd not really. I don't think I'd read the lyrics properly because I didn't connect the part of him saying, I'll get lost if you want me to, as in, like, well, I'll
Yeah.
just go away. I kind of read it as a song, like almost like a love song where he had found someone and he was just like, yeah, I'm happy to like get lost in you. And I told myself that it wouldn't be bad. And he says, I told myself I wouldn't be bad, but pulling away took everything I had. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, he's kind of he's pulled himself
Hmm.
away from whatever was the bad situation. He's found someone. He's kind of like moving
Oh,
on.
I see
So, and that
how you
it's
interpret
yeah,
it.
yeah, like a moment of realization now that
Hmm.
it is like a bit of a double meaning song, really. But yeah, I'm sorry to say that I knew you were going to have this in your top five,
I, hey, man, I can
but
only do so
a
much.
good pick, and it
I,
is
I I do
got,
appreciate it. Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, it's got that nice sort of chilled vibe to it. Really, it's
We'll get in some
I can
heavy
see this
stuff
as
here later.
a smoking session song for you.
It
Actually,
kind of is. Yeah, this
yeah,
whole
yeah,
band is a smoking session. Whenever,
yeah, yeah.
because I've seen these guys in concert twice, and
Mm,
this is one of my bands that I love seeing live because basically what you hear on studio is basically what you get in live, and
Mm.
I absolutely
Yeah,
love
yeah,
that for them. And when I
yeah.
got to hear them back in, I think it was like 2012, this was part of their set list, even though this
Oh,
album was
nice.
already like 3 years old.
Yeah.
They still played this song, and I was like, oh my god! And then did an acoustic, which was like, bro, there's
Ooh.
yeah, it was a really
I
good
bet that
concert,
sounded good,
man.
actually.
It was one of
Yeah.
my favorites.
Oh,
That's
no,
all
I
I
don't
got
think
for
I've
this
ever
one,
seen
man.
these, actually.
No,
Yeah. Good, good pick. No, no, it's not. It's rare that I say that I've not seen a band just because of the sheer amount I spend on tickets every year. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I've not seen these.
no, man. I definitely think that you would definitely enjoy seeing this band live.
Yeah, I think it will be good to see them live. Yeah.
That's all I got for this one,
Um,
man. We can go ahead and go
okay.
to your next one.
So my next song was "Life Starts Now" off this same album.
Of course.
May I point out? Good pick. And yeah, the way this starts, I think, was one of the first things that pulled me in because that guitar sounds so
It is
nice.
so smooth.
Literally, I had to start it over again after the song started just to hear how nice it was because it's, yeah, like you say, it's really, really smooth and nice to listen to. Um, but yeah, again, to me, this was just the reason for picking it was I like the message of the song. I really like the life starts now. You know, if you're
Yeah.
wanting to like do something or you have regrets or whatever, well, life starts now and there's just always tomorrow for whatever it is that you want to start or change about your life or anything.
Yeah.
And then again, his vocals on this chorus are amazing. That
It really
again
is.
is like similar how I had the feeling of the burn when he's kind of pronouncing certain lyrics. This bit on this chorus when he says, "So the life starts now. You've done all the things that could kill you somehow, and you're so
Yeah.
far down, but you will survive it somehow because life starts now." And I just love how positive that is. I think it maybe
It
took
really
me a little bit
is.
by surprise because up until this point, I've not really heard anything so uplifting as this. And I'm like, oh, wow, okay, I really like the message behind this song. And then, yeah, reading the lyrics, yeah, I just really liked it. And obviously, the music as well backs it up
So
in that
yeah, because
wonderful
for me,
intro.
like for me, the lyric for me was, was I've watched the weight of your word come down, and now it's your chance to
Mm,
move on. Change the way
yeah,
you've lived for so long, and find the strength you've had inside all along. I
yeah.
like you said, very powerful here, and it's something that
Mm,
you don't really expect coming from the band
yeah,
that
yeah.
wrote "I Hate Everything About You."
Yeah,
You
exactly. Yeah,
know,
yeah.
there's
Yeah.
like these hateful songs and these grungy powerful songs, and then you
Mm.
get this
Yeah, it's a
positive
bit grungy.
uplift. Yeah, and
Yeah.
then you get this positive uplifting song from them, and it's an absolute treasure to
Yeah.
have these kinds of songs from this band to change up what they were going to do
Mm,
and change up like a way that they were their play style to
yeah.
have, because this was probably my favorite album by them.
All
Is
right. Okay.
this one or Transit to Venus was probably
Mm,
one of my favorite albums. Not saying
yeah.
that, like their first album or, their earlier albums weren't any good, but this one in particular has so many good tracks that
Mm, yeah, yeah.
I see like you and I have like 4 or 5 songs off of just
Mm,
this album because it's just so
yeah,
good.
yeah.
This is probably my favorite album, and probably
Yeah.
will be for the time that I know them.
Mm.
This was a great pick, man. I really needed this
Oh,
song this week too. This
oh,
was
nice.
yeah, yeah, I definitely needed it because like I said, I'm going through some stuff, and this was the song that kind of like uplifted me, and those were the lyrics that kind of
Mm.
like picked me up, man.
Just
And find the strength
yeah,
you've
yeah,
had inside. I'm like, you got the strength to do this, and that's
yeah.
kind of what I needed, man. And I really
Mm.
appreciated this song.
Oh, good. I love that. Yeah, I definitely found because was this the second? Was this their second or third album?
I think this is their third album.
Is it?
I
Yeah,
think.
you can definitely, like you've said, not that anything before this isn't good, but you can definitely hear a progression of them improving like everything,
Hmm.
like the way that they sound, their actual songwriting and lyrics, like his voice, it
Oh
just
yeah, for
everything just kind
sure.
of it goes on like an upward. If you were plotting it on a graph, it just kind
It's
of
like an
goes
upward
upward for
slope
me.
that they're going. Like the
Yeah, yeah,
production
yeah,
is just getting better, and their sounds getting
yeah,
better. Their lyrics are
yeah,
getting
and the
better.
songwriting,
The
yeah,
songwriting, everything's just getting so much better for them,
mm,
and it just continues that way. It's
Yeah, yeah,
just,
yeah,
where can these guys not go wrong? You're like go wrong because they can't. This is one of
yeah,
those bands where this is a staple band for people that love this band will continue to love this band forever.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's just how I feel about this
I
band.
can imagine they have a solid fan base. They come
Oh
across
yeah. Oh,
like
of
they do.
course. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you can go up to any kind of rocker or anyone that really knows metal or rock and be like, "Hey man, what's your favorite Three Days Grace song?" If they don't even know who that is, get them out of your life because it's just you're just like, how do you not know who Three Days Grace is? You're
Get
out.
out.
Their door is over here. I don't get like how people just don't know who this band is or how great they
Hmm.
really are and what they've
Or
endured
maybe
over.
I do think some people sell them short just because they're, I don't know, what music genre are they? Are they just rock? Are they emo? Would you call them emo?
I would
Would
call
you
them
call them
rockish
emo? You
emo.
are king emo. You
I
should
would call them
say,
somewhat emo. Yeah, this like
yeah,
because I wouldn't call them
mild,
all the way. I would
mild
say
emo.
mild. I would say more harder than that. I wouldn't say mild.
Okay.
I would say
Right.
like medium levels of emo here because they do have some
Yeah,
songs
yeah,
that
yeah.
are like really just cut right through you, or you're like
Mm,
really angry or you're really sad. They have those
yeah, yeah.
songs that are there for you to go listen to. So I would say they're between medium to high emo
Okay.
for like a
Yeah.
lot of their stuff, especially like their later stuff from this album forward. I would
Mm,
say like it gets a little bit more emo than that. I would say
yeah,
the
yeah.
earlier stuff
That's
is
fair.
more like I hate my dad kind of rock,
Yeah.
and then they kind of get
Like
into the
teen
more
rock.
emotion,
Yeah.
yeah, like teen angst
Yeah.
rock, and then they kind of
That's a
get more
fair
into like the
comment.
adult emo stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Cool. But yeah, I don't really have anything more on
You
that.
don't have any
It's
more?
really,
All right. Well, I'll
no,
go ahead
really,
and go
really
into my
enjoyed it.
next one. All right.
Okay.
Yep, we're gonna go to my next one. This this song just was on repeat for me, man, for a while. It's called "Misery Loves My Company." This was
Yes.
another reason. This was another song that was influenced by my week that I've been
Yeah.
having, and this was definitely just. It was such
A you song.
a me song, but at the same time, it was a song that I just couldn't escape from. That I couldn't. The lyrics
Hmm.
would not let me leave, and I listened to the song over and over because it's like definitely, especially right in the beginning, where he goes, "I am in
Hmm.
control. I haven't lost my mind. I'm picking up the pieces of the past you left behind. I don't need your condescending words about me looking lonely. I don't need your arms to hold me because misery is waiting on me." And he goes, "I am not alone,
That is
not beating
powerful
down." Yeah.
opening.
And he goes, "I am not alone, not beating down just yet. I am not afraid of the voices in my head. Down the darkest road, something follows me. I am not alone, because misery loves my company." And just like wherever I go, misery is just going to follow. Wherever,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
my actions are going to be, misery is going to
yeah.
follow. And so misery is going to love my company because anywhere I
Hmm.
go, there's just misery. It's just a downward spiral. But
Yeah.
I really love this song because it talks about like kind of the misery I'm kind of dealing with and the person who I have to
Hmm.
become to get through this. And
Yeah.
I don't like that person that I have to be to have
Yeah.
this misery in my life and to continue
Hmm.
forward with my life and how it's going to be for me. It's more of just like, all right, if misery is going to love my company, then I'm going to make it worth her while. I'm going to
Yeah.
make it worth her while. Like, if I'm going to be this person, let's be this person 100% until this is over. Then I can go back to being normal. Until I
Yeah,
am
yeah,
through this, I am
yeah.
just going to like lock into this song. And this song just
Hmm.
really captured me, man. Well,
Yeah.
what was it about this song that you loved?
The- I think the, like we've said this before, but having the actual intelligence to be able to write a song like this is what impressed me the most.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, obviously, one, to be actually to be in that headspace where you're like, my God, everything I do, misery just follows me around. But then to be able to format that into an actual song and be able to like build a song around it, like the lyrics, like, because a part that I just saw again where he says something about burying. Yeah, leave me in the cold. You'd better run away. I'm going to dig a hole and bury all the memories we've made. I don't
That
need
was
your
a good
condescending words
line.
about me. Looking
Yeah.
lonely. I don't need your arms to hold me. And I'm like,
Jeez,
bro,
yeah.
bro, who hurt you?
Bro, I'm who hurt me? I'm going through some shit, man. Who hurt me?
That's kind of the bit that sort of
That was going to
like
be the next part I was actually
impressed.
going to talk about too, and you
It
brought it
just
up.
impressed me. Yeah, it really
Yeah.
did impress me the way that he's thinking like this, but then also being able to write it down and just actually get it out into words.
Yeah, it's really the part when he gets it out into words that is the impressive part for me. Is like,
Mm,
how do you write a song about misery loving your company? Because usually it's misery loves company,
mm,
not misery loves my company.
yeah,
Like in
yeah,
general,
yeah,
like it's
yeah.
just me here.
Mm,
And it's kind of because he feels like he's all alone in this. So misery loves his company because he's the only one here,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it follows him everywhere he goes. And that
yeah.
was and that was like one of the ones on me because I'm gonna bury a hole. I'm gonna bury all these fucking memories
Mm,
that has ever been here. And it's not
yeah,
something I want to do, but it's something I'm gonna have to do
yeah.
eventually if I want to be
Mm,
better. And it's
mm,
just, man, it really fucking sucks to be in a position like this. But goddamn,
yeah.
does 3 Days Grace know how I feel left and right, man.
This was also another song that when I just saw the title, I'm like, I fucking know Keith. I don't know if he's going to pick
That's
it because I've
fair.
not
That's
listened
fair.
to it yet, but I see the title and I know that he has liked this, he's got this in his liked songs. I
Oh
just knew
yeah.
it.
Oh yeah. No, I don't have this in my like songs at all. It's nowhere near it.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, man, it's
I did
cool.
find that funny. I did find it funny that
No, man, like,
I saw
hey,
it and thought, and then I saw it in your top five. I was like, right, okay, I was
we
right.
gotta have some humor to get through this, man. Like
Yeah, yeah.
if you're going through some shit, man, you need some kind of fucking humor or dark humor to get through some shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I agree.
We can
You
go
have
ahead and
anything
go to
more
your
on
next
that?
one, man. Yeah, that's one. We can go
Okay.
to your next one.
So, what a banger this is. And off that same album again,
I'm very proud of you for this one. I am
I'd
very,
not
very proud of
realised,
you.
but World So Cold is an absolute tune. This probably, the amount, since I've sent you the list, I've probably listened to this more. And I'm not going to change my list, but this
Yeah.
might end up being number one if we were to do this in like a few months' time again, if we were to revisit. I actually
Yeah.
think this could get number one spot because it is such
Really?
a great song. Yeah, yeah.
I'm so happy you love this song,
Literally,
man.
honestly, I have just fallen for this song for the feeling of that that it gives you when you're listening to it, for the listening to the chorus, that part when he screams, like, well, he don't scream, does he? He sings it, but he sings with such emotion when he says, living in a world so cold, wasting away, living in a shell with no soul since you've gone away, living in a world so cold, counting the days. And again, it's that whole bro, not
Who
who
hurt
hurt you,
you?
no, worse, like who's
Worse?
literally dug a hole like 100 feet down and thrown you down that. Yeah,
Oh my god, who put you in this
man, this,
hole?
yeah, 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 bro, who hold you? No, wait, no. Do not use that as the intro. Do not.
That's kind of
Moving
hard.
on.
Moving
Moving
on.
on.
I
Yeah.
almost had this song in my top five because I do really love this song. But there were other
Yeah.
songs that were just speaking to me. And when I saw that
Hmm.
you had it on your list, I was like, good, we can actually talk about
We
this
get to
song.
talk. Yeah.
I really like in the second verse is the second verse is what really gets me. It says, "Do you ever feel me? Do you ever look
Hmm.
deep down inside, starting
Yeah.
staring yourself paralyzed?" And
Hmm.
those are the lines that get me because
Hmm.
whenever I look deep down inside and the person that I am right now and then where what I have to be, I feel
Yeah.
paralyzed and then shocked that I am actually having to do this. Or man, did I really just say that to someone? Or really am I really
Yeah.
doing this to another person I say that I care about? Am I really
Hmm.
just becoming so numb to all of this that
Yeah.
I'm going to be an asshole for the rest of my time because of this, or while this is happening? Am I just going
Yeah.
to be that person that's just not going to enjoy life for a little bit? I'm going to be
Hmm.
paralyzed by who I am and becoming
Yeah.
that asshole that I don't want to be. And this was that
Hmm.
song that was another one that I was like, man, I really want to put this one on here, but there's just other songs that just need to be talked about.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I finally saw it because if you didn't have this one on you, when you send me your list, and you know how we usually make changes or whatever.
Hmm.
So I almost if you didn't have this one here, I was going to change something up to have this song
Okay.
in here. So I'm
Yeah.
actually very proud of you for having this, because this is actually
Yeah. Good.
one of my favorite songs on this album as well.
Mm,
If like the shit that I wasn't going through, if I was like a normal week, this song would definitely be in my top 5. But since I'm going through
yeah.
some
Yeah.
shit,
Yeah.
didn't even come close to like the other songs that I was hearing. This
Yeah.
was a great
That's
choice, man.
fair.
I really do love this song a lot, man.
Mm, yeah.
This
It
goes a
impressed me.
lot about, like you're living in a shell with no soul, since you've gone
Mm,
away, like since like we're being pushed out of each other's lives, I
yeah.
feel like I'm a shell, and then I'm just apathetic to everything now because I
Mm,
just don't care. And
yeah.
when I should care about some of the things that are happening, even though they're
Hmm.
not affecting me, they're affecting the people that I care about.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when that shit
It does make
happens,
the world feel cold.
it does, and it makes you feel
Mm,
cold to everything, and it's just I
yeah. Yeah.
don't like being that way. I don't like being that kind of guy because I'm more of an emotional guy. I kind of let
Mm,
my feelings come to the top, and
yeah. Yeah.
don't really have a filter to them. But since this heavy shit
Mm,
has started happening with me, I've just been so apathetic and unemotional to a lot of things,
mm,
and I feel like I've gone cold and mean to it, and
yeah.
it just does it feels weird. It feels like I am a
Mm,
shell of a person that I was when this
yeah.
has happened. Yeah.
Mm, yeah. It is. It's a really good, very, very good song. I would highly recommend. Like I say, if we'd have done this any point in the future from now, I think that might have been
Yeah.
my number one. But then
Oh
again, of
yeah.
course, then I get to my number one, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's why it is number
That's
one
why
because
it's
I
my
love
number
this as well. Dude.
one. Yeah, this
It's
is
just
why
an
it's my number
endless
one.
circle. But yeah, that's all I've got for that one.
Oh
I love it.
man, I love it. I love it, man. I love it. So on to my next song. My number 3 is going
Yep.
to be "I Am Machine." This
Mm,
this song is so good, man. This is one of the one I can't. I'm trying to look at the album right now just so I can get the album right.
human.
Human, that's what it is. So
Yeah.
this is probably my second favorite album by them. Is this one? I
Yeah.
really love everything about this album. I literally have this album downloaded on my computer, so I have it at all times.
Yeah.
I really like this song because, like once again, I feel like I am a machine. I feel like I'm going
Mm,
through something that I have to be apathetic about and I don't want to be,
yeah.
So when he says right here, very beginning, here's to being human, all the pain and suffering, there's beauty in the bleeding. At least you feel something. I wish I knew what that was like or what it was like to care
Mm,
enough to carry on. I wish I knew what it was like to find a place where I belong, but I am machine.
yeah.
Like, bro, this
Hmm.
song just speaks so much to me right now. And I really, yeah, very good. Chef's kiss. Mwah. Chef's kiss. What you
Yeah.
gonna do about it? I just absolutely love this song, man. What are your thoughts about the song?
In one of the more pettiest things I've ever said, I would prefer this to be called "I Am a Machine." I'm not entirely
I
sold on
am a
the
machine.
yeah, I'm not entirely sold on the kind of wrong grammar on this
I think
song
the way
title.
so it's funny that you say that because it's more of like when a machine says I am machine or like I
Hmm.
am computer or I
Yeah,
am
yeah, yeah, yeah.
software. Like I'm not gonna
Is
say I am a software or I
no,
am
no.
a toaster. It's like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
am
Although
toaster.
that would make sense. I am a
That
toaster
would
would make
yeah, no,
sense.
that would make sense. You're right.
But yeah, I get it. It's kind of the play on that he is a machine and
He
he's
is a
not written this.
machine.
He's not
Hmm.
written this as a human being. He's just written it as a lifeless machine or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I do get that. Just a little petty comment from me, but yeah, this again was an interesting one because I wasn't really feeling much on this album,
Hmm.
which kind of, as I'd said, I felt like I've been going on this upward. And then when I got to this one, I'm like, right, well, now I'm expecting even more things. And I think my expectation took over my actual enjoyment of
It was
just,
like when we were doing
of,
the Shinedown episode
yeah, I
too.
was just going to say that. Yeah, yeah, it was. And I think my expectation stupidly went in over just listening to the album and listening to the music and that kind of thing. So I probably will be revisiting this album to try and listen to it with a bit of a fresh slate, I think.
Just so you,
Because
yeah, I was gonna say,
it
just so you get a
deserves it.
fresh mind to it.
Yeah, yeah. Not listening in order, because that, I guess that is one of the, not problems, but a potential challenge that we face, because we do just listen to them start to end. And I
Yeah,
think doing it that way can make you miss out things on certain albums
that's
because you
why
are
I just
expecting.
shuffle everything.
Yeah, yeah. I
I
know,
just
but that,
shuffle
if I did it,
everything,
I always feel if I did it that way, that I would be scared I'm going to miss something really good on a certain album.
and
That's
that's
kind of why
fair. And that is
that's why,
fair.
especially I've never probably listened to a album start to finish by these anyway. So I kind of didn't, I want to make sure that I didn't miss anything at all. So that was kind of the way that I did it. But yeah, even still, with all that aside, just reading through the lyrics on this, like you've said, the way that it opened was an immediate eye opener and was like, right, okay. The part when he says, because it's kind of almost a famous line, isn't it? When he says, there's beauty, at least you feel something. I wish I knew what
Yeah,
it was like to care and carry on. Yeah, that part when it's like, even if you feel angry or even if you feel happy or whatever, if the fact that you're feeling something means that you're alive. And I like that message behind it again, even if you feel something. I'm sure we've said that in a different episode.
we probably have before,
Yeah,
but for me,
yeah.
like with what I'm going through, like I feel like I am machine. I feel like
Mm,
I am this machine that just feels
yeah, yeah.
fucking nothing of what's going on. When I should
Emotionless.
feel something, I want to feel something. Trust me, I want to,
Mm,
but
yeah, yeah.
for reasons here or there, it's just
Hmm.
not that way for me, and it can't be that way
Yeah,
for
yeah.
me. And I feel so bad, and I feel
Mm,
like I'm less human because I
yeah.
can't, do that. I can't express
Mm,
the
mm,
emotions that I want to because it doesn't sit right with me, or
yeah.
it's not my truth. It's
Mm,
not it's something I'm going through, and
yeah, yeah.
and I know that it's heavy, but at the same time I can't see myself trying to care. I care about one of the
Yeah,
people
yeah.
that is going through it. I care about one of
Mm,
them. It's the other
yeah,
one
yeah.
that I don't care about. And
Yeah.
it's like it's just there's a conflict of
Tough
interest.
position.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
tough position to where it's like, man, I really want to care about you because you're going through this, but I can't care
Mm,
about the other person that I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
care for. And
Mm,
that's
mm,
kind of where I'm at right now. And you
yeah, yeah.
become apathetic to it, and then the person you do care about it suffers from that
Mm,
because you can't get like there's no emotional bond there anymore because it's been
yeah.
severed, and now I am machine, and that's why this song
Mm,
has been
mm.
been on my top now.
Do you reckon in 6 months' time, if we'd have done this, this might not have been in your
It might not
top
be if we did
songs?
this
Yeah,
if
yeah.
we did this in 6 months. This would probably not be in my top five. Might be an
Right.
honorable because I do
Hmm.
like the song. The song is very heavy. The
Yeah,
song
yeah.
is very 3 Days Grace ish. It's a very
Hmm.
it's a very 3 Days
Yeah,
Grace
yeah.
song.
It's a very Three Days Grace song.
Yeah, it's like
It's
one
a
of
very
those.
them song.
It's a very them song because they have those elements that make it a 3 Days Grace song. That when they
Yeah, yeah.
went back to they basically went back to basics with this one, and that's why I love it so much as
Yeah.
well. It is a really great song.
Is
That's all I
that
got for
kind
that one,
of,
man.
is that the same vibe across this whole album? Is it a bit more back to basics,
It's
stripped back, or?
basically I think that
Hmm.
this would that's why I love this album so much is because they went back to their
Yeah.
basics, and that's
Right.
why because the
Maybe that's
opener.
why I didn't vibe with it that
That's
much.
probably why you didn't. But if you
Yeah,
listen
yeah.
to it again with like open ears
Hmm.
and just like a blank space, you might
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
enjoy this album. Because when they opened up
Oh
with
well.
Human Race, I was really blown away by that song too. Like if
Yeah,
we
yeah.
were gonna do this in 6 months' time again, Human Race might actually be in my
Right.
top because I really love that song as well.
It's also kind of ironic that the album's called Human, but the song we're talking about is called I
As
Am
I Am
Machine.
Machine, and I guess and that's kind of like the theme of what's going on here too.
Yeah, yeah. Funny.
That's all I got for
But
this
yeah,
one, man. I'm good.
yeah, cool.
And we can go on to your next one.
Hey, my number two, my basic pick. My basic
This
bitch pick.
I allowed you to have this one. You
Yeah,
got two
you
basic
did.
picks. You have
But I
two basic
hope.
picks in all of your songs, so I'm very proud of you for doing this.
Wait, what? Wait, what's my other basic pick?
I will let you know whenever
Oh
it
my
comes to that.
god! I'm getting rather than a platinum choice award, I'm getting a basic bitch award.
I might have to give you one for that. I might.
Anyway, this basically has to be in here because this is one of the first songs that I heard and was truly like, wow, okay, this is a song.
Yeah.
This is a real song. So this, my pick is Animal I Have Become from the 1X
Yes.
album, which no doubt is the kind of skyrocket album that just thrust them into the charts and everybody else's
Yes.
radio friendly ears, I think is the best way that I can describe it. But yeah, like basic pop.
Red's calling you out for being the most basic of all bitches.
Well, I mean, just look at me. Yeah, don't just come across as that. But I mean, but let's get real for a second,
yes,
okay? This is like, aside from it having, however, I don't even want to know how many millions of plays it has on Spotify. I've not picked it because it's one of theirs. I picked it because when this chorus kicks in, and I feel like that's all I've talked about tonight, so they clearly know how to write a banger chorus.
Yes.
But when it kicks in and he sings, so what if you can see the darkest side of me? No one will ever change this animal I have become.
Yeah.
Help me believe that it's not the real me. Somebody help me tame this animal. And I remember hearing this for the first time and was like, I like this. Like, these lyrics are good. Which again, whenever it did get released, that's probably not the time that I would have been a lyric person, because that's only a new recent thing in my life. But obviously it's got that cool riff in the background as well, and that all adds to it. But this genuinely is like the lyrics of that chorus where I was like, wow, I just love the fact that you are admitting that you have become this animal, you're accepting it and kind of offering that out there and saying help, even asking for help when he says, somebody get me through this nightmare, like screaming out for help.
Yeah.
That's kind of the reason that I picked it. But what do you think about this song?
I have this this song is very close to me because I actually did an anime music video to this song for Soul Eater,
which I've seen,
which you've seen, and that was 2010, 2011, something around that time. So that thing is 14, 15 years old already, and I can't tell you how many times I had to listen to this song over and over to get the beats right and get everything right.
Yeah.
So I know this song very well. This song is kind of a basic bitch answer, but at the same time it's not, because there's an animal that's trying to escape. There's an animal to be tamed that he feels like if this animal gets out, there's no one that can tame it. There's no one that can, stop him. So he's trying to get, he's like, I can't escape this hell. So many times I've tried, but I'm still caged inside. Somebody get me through this nightmare. I can't control myself. And I really love that, because there's a hell and basically all of us that we can't get away from. There's going to be some pits of us where it's hard to escape from,
like
and
dark places.
There are dark places where we can't get out, and we just can't seem to find that light. And when you're in that darkness for so long, you turn into this animal, you turn into this ruthless person. And when that person comes out, if that person can't be tamed, hell is being paid here.
Yeah.
And that's basically what I get for this song. I do praise you for a little bit, because this was one of the songs that I did do for my AMV. So I'm not going to give you a basic bitch all like total for this one, because I can't tell you how many times I've listened to this song that wasn't on Spotify or any kind of listening platform, because I don't even think Spotify was even a thing at
probably
this time.
wasn't.
And I think Pandora might have just came out or whatnot around this time, so it was on Pandora.
It'll have been on CD, burned to your
it was on LimeWire.
Virus, I'm going to say your virus corrupted family PC that
I
we
get her
all
off
had.
the Pirate Bay. I do really like this song. This song speaks a lot about me with what I'm going through as well. And I think that this one is more of, I don't think that I'm going to become this kind of animal, because I'm kind of stopping myself from that happening. I'm not going to
Yeah.
get lost in the dark. I don't want to get lost in
Mm.
the dark because it's just that's a very bad place for me, and I don't want to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
there. I am this sweet boy, man. I'm this sweet guy,
Mm.
and it's just the heavy shit that I have to go through prevents me from being that way. But at the same time,
Yeah,
it doesn't prevent me. I'm choosing to do this because it's something that I have to do. It's something that I'm not okay. Like
yeah.
like I am not okay right now with what I have to
Mm.
do, and I'm in conflict of being the nice guy still, or being someone that's
Hobby,
going to have,
animal.
yeah, and
Mm.
or being this animal, and I don't
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want to become this guy. So I'm very conflicted. But great song
Yeah, yeah.
choice, man.
Oh,
This
good.
is a
Yeah,
great
thank you.
song.
Mm.
Is that
Okay.
what you got for that one, homie?
It is indeed.
Yeah.
Yes. What's
I
your
mean,
number
it's
two?
basic, so whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
My number two, I went with Infra-Red. Infra-Red is off
Okay.
their Outsider album. This is
Interesting.
a this is a great song for me.
Yeah.
I really love the way it starts, kind of slowish, and then it
Mm.
picks up. I
Yeah.
I actually picked this one not because of my heavy shit that I'm going through. I picked this
All
one because
right.
I genuinely enjoy this song very
Yeah, yeah.
much. I really
Mm.
love how the first line is this: "Don't stress, don't stress,"
Mm.
and and so
Yeah.
whenever I'm listening to this, when I am going
Motivational
through,
speaking.
yeah, like for what I am going through, I really do like to go this song whenever I do feel like what I am. Just don't stress, don't stress. No one knows what goes on in our heads. Our heads. We are invisible to
Mm.
the rest. The rest. They don't know nothing. Hold on. Yes, buddy. I'm recording.
Oh, bye-bye.
What's up, man? You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out, Will.
Shout out to Will. So yeah, so when it comes and he says they don't know nothing about what we have because everyone's living in black and white, but we see each other in a different light. We see each other in infrared. And
Yeah.
what's funny about infrared is that you're seeing the heat signatures from people. You're not
Mm.
seeing like the visible light they give off, but you're seeing the heat that they give off, the aura that they give off
Yeah.
from
That's
themselves.
cool, isn't it?
And I really, actually, really do love that song. He's just moving through you at light speed because infrared moves at light speed. And I really do love that. And he's like, I see you in infrared. He's talking about like, the heat and the light and the way you move, like nobody else is in the room. I see you, I see you. This is kind of like a
Mm.
real love song in a way to where like you burn brighter than anyone. Your infrared
Yeah, yeah.
light is shining brighter than anyone else. And I really just
Wow.
no one can understand the way. Yeah, I really do
Mm.
love this song, man. The song is amazing.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, you just got a
What'd you
fly
think, man?
across your face on my monitor. Sorry about that. A fly just literally crawled across your face.
What did you think
But
about
yeah,
the song, man?
that is very interesting. Although while you were saying about that, all I had was like the Predator in my head.
Yeah, no, I get that. I totally get that.
But yeah, I'd never even probably understood half of that. So this song definitely like passed me by. But
Yeah,
it wasn't one that I listened to and was like, oh, I don't know why he's picked this because it's rubbish. Because it was almost the opposite. Because it's got such a funky riff and
yes,
groove
the
to the
riff is
entire
very
song.
great. I love the
So
riff.
I have to admit, even the dumb person in me didn't get any of that from reading it through
Yeah,
for the first time. But just listening to the song, I really enjoyed just the whole vibe and the whole feeling that this song had because it was like just groove. That's the only word I can describe it. It's such a
yeah,
groovy
and like
song that
also, yeah,
kind
it's
of,
just the way
you
that the
know,
whole chorus flows
yeah,
and
yeah.
whatnot. And it says, "I know that you're burning out for me, fire in your bloodstream, moving."
Mm,
Like I really love
yeah,
the
yeah.
wordplay in this one. I love the lyrics in it. This
Yeah,
is
yeah,
just
very
one of
well
those
written.
pop songs that I didn't expect for myself to like very much whenever I first
Mm,
gave this album a listen. But
yeah, yeah,
the more I listened to it over the years, the more it grew on me. And I was like, I
mm,
just cannot get away from this song. And
yeah,
I really definitely can't wait for, if I ever see them in concert again, I would love them to play this song in
yeah,
like
yeah.
in
It will be
concert. I
good.
know that probably
This
won't
is
be
going.
possible, but like I
Well,
would,
you never know.
You never know. But this would be
When
the
did this
one
album
that.
come out? They might be doing an album
Oh, let me see. Hold
celebration.
on. Like, yeah, if they do, I'm definitely going to like have to get it. 2018. So this one's
You've got a little
about.
bit to wait.
I,
Yeah,
I got I, I got a
you've got
little bit
like
of
3
wait.
years to wait.
I got about
Yeah.
3 more years for this one to be a
If they
10-year
do a 10th
anniversary.
anniversary, yeah, you'll
Yeah,
be.
and if they're still touring at that time, which I expect them to still be doing that.
Oh yeah.
I definitely, because they don't seem any kind of slowing down or whatever.
No.
And I really love at the very end of the song too, and it says the heat and the light and the way you move, like nobody else is in the room. If you fall into me, I fall into you. I see you, I see you.
Mm-hmm.
And then in quotations it says, from the darkness I see the light in you. I see this light, and I see this. It's like a breath of fresh air. I see you.
Yeah.
I see your infrared. I see this light that's in you, and it's not gonna, go away anytime soon. I really do like.
Oh,
I
what
really
a great
love.
song! I've got a
It's
new
such an amazing
appreciation
song,
for
man.
this.
Yeah, I really do love
It's
this
already
song.
in the light songs now, so I'm gonna have to kind of
Let's go,
revisit this.
baby. Let's go.
My one comment that I didn't share with you is I was
Yeah.
quite surprised in reading the lyrics because of your hatred of repetition in that first part where he says, don't stress, our heads, the rest. I'm like,
I actually don't mind that.
Motherfucker.
So I don't mind that because he's using it in a way for like how poetry does it, in a way where they'll do that, and where he says, our heads, the rest. There's kind of like a repetition thing going on with it, but he's writing a story. He's not trying to, just repeat it just to repeat it.
Fill time.
To just fill time. It's the way that he is writing it, and I think that that's why I really do enjoy it. I don't really mind the repetition that he does give. But that's all I got for this one, man.
What I'm hearing, Keith, is that if it suits, then you'll find a way to explain it.
I'll find a way, buddy.
Which is fine. Yeah. But yeah, very good song. That is a thank you.
I really appreciate it, man.
Sharing all of that insight, because it's something that just went straight over my stupid head.
We can go to your next one, man. Let's go to your next one.
Yeah, so this is again one that just completely caught me off guard, and it's Explosions off the album Explosions as well.
Yeah.
And it was at this point that I thought, wow, how good are these at both album intros and album outros? And it was this song that was like, forced me to go back and check out the intros and outros of each album.
Yeah.
And they are so talented at doing this. Like, it literally took me this song to actually recognize and go back again and just check out all the intros and outros for each ones. And like, for me, that's what my kind of overall concept was. Just from listening to this song, it just made me appreciate how good they are at opening and closing albums as well. But this one for me, well, I could probably just read every single lyric about this.
Oh, it's all good. This is a great song, man.
Unbelievable. And I messaged you and said, I've picked a number one, and I'm going to be really shocked if it's not in yours, because like the message behind it, the sort of chilled out vibe that it gives, and also the fact that it's kind of space, and I know that you're a space nerd.
I was going to point that out.
He must like this song.
I do like this song a lot.
It did shock me that it wasn't before, because you said yours to be first.
Oh, was this the one that you were like, you had?
Yeah. I purposely didn't send you mine because I wanted to wait so you could send me yours so I could see.
Okay, gotcha.
So it kind of threw me off a little bit, did that? Because I was like, as I heard this, I'm like, God, surely this is going to be.
I'm pretty happy that you had this one in here. I'm really happy because, like, because this is kind of like another chilled out kind of like when you vibe with someone kind of song. There's you're starting to get feelings for a person, and then like explosions are going off in the universe, like supernovas are happening, stars are being born. Like you just, it's like a butterfly effect in your stomach. People get butterflies, but it's more of like, it doesn't feel like butterflies. It feels like stars are being born. It feels like explosions are here. And this is, and I love it says, there's no reason not to have a little fun. One more trip around the sun. I really love
yeah.
that year after year having, you know, this
Just
person
fun.
or this life, or it's just life
Yeah,
in
yeah.
general, how you got
Mm,
to have some fun in your life and just
yeah.
make every moment kind of happy,
Mm,
or at least as happy as you can be, even if they're in
yeah.
like hard needs or like or hard times for
Mm,
you, especially for something
yeah.
that I'm going through. This is one of the ones I think I can look back and take out
Mm,
of your picks and be like, you know what,
yeah, yeah.
I kind of need this in my life right now. I need some
Yeah.
positive changes. I need to like here and now seize the day. We're born in a universe full of explosions. And I love that.
Mm,
Here and now, man. Let's seize the day. Let's go make
yeah.
explosions in the universe. Let's go find what makes us happy, what makes us tick, instead of trying to be as about sad as situations can be for people. You
Mm,
know, for
yeah.
people that are going through really hard times, you know, find something out of the day that's like, this is a positive something that happened to me
Mm,
today. And then the next day, pick out two, then three, then
yeah, yeah.
four, you know, and then you'll start seeing
Mm,
patterns of like what really makes you happy. Like find your explosions, find your sons being born in the universe.
mm,
Like that's what you
I
want.
love that.
I really love this song, man.
It's got another part of the lyrics as well that got me was he says, nothing but a grain of sand in the sea and on the land, spinning on a rock. I always like,
I
I
love
love the
it.
way that the Earth's described as just spinning on a rock. I love that. It's such a simple way of describing it. But then when he says there's more stars than grains of sand, which again, that is just one thing that will just always baffle me. Like there's more stars
I love it.
out in space than there is grains of sand on all the beaches across the whole world,
Which
and
is
it
wild.
just makes me feel so tiny and insignificant, but also like thankful at the same time. Do you know what I mean?
Very true. I'm thankful to
So
be like what for you to be. So I'm gonna let you know something. So the
yeah,
way your chemical makeup is and the way your cells are right now, you are an
mm,
anomaly to this
mm,
planet. There
yeah,
are 10 to, I can't remember what power it is, but it's more time than there's going to be in the universe,
mm,
basically, of chances of you being born. And you were born right now at the same time I am, and you
yeah,
being
yeah,
born at the same time. Like, there's a chance that there's in the universe, there's a chance that you were never born, kind of
mm,
deal. And that's
yeah, yeah.
just wild to think that here we are, just bags of flesh and cells, and we are born at the same
And
time to enjoy
not
this.
not only that, but we not only are coexisting in the same time frame, but also are aware of each other and are recording our little podcast.
Yeah, like how
Like you're on the
wild
other
is that,
side, you're on
man?
the other side of the fucking world, but we're still
And we're
making
here,
our
and somehow
podcast.
there
I
was just
love that.
and there was
I
like a
do. I love
meeting
that.
that there was like this time of meeting where
Yeah, yeah.
it's not destiny or fate or anything, because I don't really believe in like stuff like
It's
that, but
coincidence.
it's a
Yeah.
coincidence that you and I were in the same group, same happy
Yeah,
group,
yeah.
and then you and I found each other and we started talking about music and
Mm,
stuff, and then here we are with our little fucking podcast,
yeah,
and
yeah. That's not little anymore.
it's not little anymore, and it's an
Yeah.
amazing feeling to have, and it's an amazing feeling to be here and be
Mm,
Keith. I am Keith. Like I
be
am here,
present. Yeah, yeah,
being
yeah.
present, and
Mm,
this is a great number one pick, man. This was
no, good.
the
Yeah.
like spoiler alert. I think this is going to be your platinum choice. Like I
Oh,
think,
okay.
yeah, because
I'll
this is
take that.
definitely, yeah, this is definitely one of those songs where it was just took me by surprise that you picked, and I was like,
Mm.
this motherfucker, man. Like, this is a great ass song.
But it
I
took me
really
by
love
surprise
this.
at how good of a song it is.
Yeah.
Like, and you've got to be proud of me because this is the last track on this album.
And
So
I'm very proud, yes, because you made it through the
that I
whole
went
album.
right the way to the end.
Very proud of you. I really do love this one, man.
Yeah. No, good. Yeah. Great.
Is that all we got for this one, man?
I think it is. Yeah.
So we're gonna go on to my number one. Man,
Okay.
there was gonna be no other song that I was gonna have except for Painkiller. Painkiller is probably my favorite song of all time by them. I absolutely love this song. I love the
It's a
way it
banger.
starts. And it's also off the Human album,
It is.
which is
Yeah. Yeah.
great. So
Yeah. I noticed that.
and this is just one of those ones where it's just so heavy. I love this song
Mm,
where it's like, let me take on everything for you. Let me
yeah.
just give me all this hate, give me everything that you have, because I will be your painkiller. I will be the one that take
Yeah,
this
yeah.
pain and just destroy it all for you. And
Mm.
I absolutely love this. This is like a song that you're gonna give to someone. It's like, I will be your guardian. You know, I
Yeah,
will
yeah.
be the person that's gonna defend you. And he
Hmm.
says, it says, the shoulder you cry on, the dose that you die on, I can be your
Yeah.
painkiller. Love me till it's over, all over, because because I'm the shoulder you cry on, the dose that you die on. I am the
Mm.
one that's gonna take everything on for you. I'm gonna
Yeah,
wear
yeah.
this mantle and I'm gonna fucking give
Hmm.
it everything I got. I
Yeah.
really absolutely love this song, man. There is no other song that I would have had as number one. This has been my number one favorite song by them since the song came
Really?
out. It has been. This will
That's,
always be my number one.
I don't know. I kind of find that surprising, but I don't know why.
Really,
I can't
you don't know
explain
why?
why. No, like I literally have no idea why. But when I saw this was your number one, and I had obviously already heard it, and it just surprised me. And even now, like just hearing how passionate you are about it, just for me, and honestly, I don't know what it is, and it's no disrespect, but I just did not expect this ever to be your number one, which is kind of weird because it
I
is a great
absolutely love
song.
this
It's a
song.
banger,
Yeah.
like you've said. It's got that heavy side to it and everything, and it's just I don't know. Yeah, I cannot for the life of me come up with why I didn't think that this would be your number one. I have no idea why, but I love it. It's a really good song. Um,
And I love the
it
part where he goes, "Did you
makes
find another cure? Like, did you find another way to deal with this problem? Did you
yeah,
find
yeah.
like
Can we
another
go do
way?"
anything else? Yeah.
Yeah, it says, "No, I am your painkiller. I'm the one that's going to make
Mm,
it numb for you. I'm the one that's going to take everything
yeah, yeah.
and do everything for you." This is, oh, just the way
Do you
that
know?
like after that little bridge that he goes in, and then you get that
Mm,
guitar sound, and then the way he stretches those notes out, the
mm,
way that he comes
yeah,
back in, I just I cannot get enough of this song. Like, this was going to be my number one from day one when we said we were doing
yeah,
this.
yeah,
I
yeah.
knew that this was going to be my number one already.
Mm, yeah.
It's just, I cannot get enough of it, man. I could listen to this
The,
song forever and ever and ever.
the way you were just describing, like I'll be the painkiller, I'll take all the pain out of you.
Yeah.
It actually reminded me of that scene. I know you're not a horror guy, so maybe you can't.
Yeah.
But the scene in The Exorcist, right towards the end, where he's like pleading with the
Oh, yeah, yeah,
devil to
yeah.
go into him from the
Hmm. Yeah,
girl, and then
yeah.
he throws
I can
himself out of
take
the
this
window.
from you. That's
Spoilers.
base. Yeah, no, I got you. I got
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
That
It
movie's
kind of
really old, man. If you haven't seen
yeah.
that movie, there's no spoiler alert for
Giving
that at
spoilers
all.
for a film that's
Yeah.
like 70 years old or whatever.
That movie
Maybe not
came
that
out in
old, but
what, like the 70s?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
the movie's like 50 years old, man.
Yeah, 50, 60-year-old film. Sorry if we're giving you spoilers for that, but
Oh, yeah, you
that
should have
is,
seen it.
side note, that is a really good movie and you should give that a watch.
You should
But
definitely
yeah,
give that one
that's
a
what that
watch.
reminded me of.
And that's
But yeah,
really
this good pick.
so for me, I know that like some people would call this like a basic answer for 3 Days
Mm,
Grace. Some people would, like, if you're a bigger fan of 3 Days Grace, this is kind of one of those ones where people are expected to like this song. But to
yeah,
me, even though like with what I'm going through is heavy, this is
yeah,
like a song that I will still go listen to no matter how I'm feeling. And I will
yeah,
still
yeah,
enjoy the song regardless. But
yeah.
since I am going through this heavy stuff right now,
Mm,
I wish I could be that painkiller for that
yeah,
person. I wish I could take that from you because what you're going
mm,
through is very heavy, and I wish I
yeah,
could
yeah,
take that so you could get stronger, so you could do what you needed to do. But I can't be that person for you. I can't be
yeah.
this painkiller for you because one, you probably would not allow me to do that, and two,
Mm,
this is something you're gonna have to do yourself to get
yeah.
stronger. This is something that you're gonna have to go through with or without me.
Mm,
And that's kind of where this song lies in on that aspect. But without
yeah.
that aspect, this song is just a fucking banger. It's always going to be a banger. I'm always going to be the number one for this song. Unless they come out with another song that's better than this one, good luck, because this is
Yeah,
not
yeah.
going to happen for me.
Mm, wow. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, very good pick. Like I
I
say,
appreciate
just I
that,
don't
man.
just do not know why, but it just shocked me
You're
for
just
some
like,
reason.
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know why. I'll just give up. Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and go to your first honorable, man.
Yeah, this was a bit tough actually for me because, like I'd said, even though I'd already gone through and liked a certain amount of songs, I was struggling whether or not they were in the top five, whether or not they were in the honorables. This was harder than picking the top five,
Yeah,
picking three
yeah. No, I get
honorables.
that. I get that.
But so this was in my top five at one point, but then I ended up switching it back out. Is Chalk Outline?
Love this song. I almost
Yeah,
had
it's
this song.
such
I
a
almost
good.
had this song in my
Did you?
in my
Yeah,
list. I did. As soon
it's
as I saw it in there, I was like, "Oh, you mother effer! You got this song in here. How did I forget about Chalk Outline?" You
yeah.
know,
Again,
I
it's
loved
just that
it.
whole the meaning behind the song of like you left me here like a
Yeah.
chalk outline on the sidewalk, waiting for the rain to wash away. And I don't
Waiting
know
for
what
the
it is.
rain to wash away.
Yeah, no, exactly. You
Like
just
I'm
left me
washing away
here, and
from
then just
existence and stuff. I'm
yeah,
gone.
yeah, yeah.
Like
Get him
I'm
away.
dead. Now I'm a chalk outline, and now you see
This
me as
is the
that chalk
memory
outline,
of
and now
me. Yeah,
I'm being washed away.
yeah,
I
yeah.
really
And
do love this song, man.
yeah,
And this was
it's
off
a
the
very
Transitive
strong.
the Transitive Venus album, which is
Yeah, yeah,
another great album. This album is
yeah.
definitely in my top three. I really do
Mm,
love this album a lot, and this was one of the songs that like I do really love off this album as well. If I go to this
yeah.
album, I think I have this whole album downloaded
And
as
I'm
well.
just
Let me
checking to
see.
see if I've got. Oh, this is
I
Misery Loves
do,
My
I
Company,
do.
isn't it?
I have
Yeah.
this song downloaded. I
Oh
have this
my
whole
god.
album downloaded, man. This is a great album. But this is probably isn't
Yeah,
my
yeah.
favorite. This was because this is also Misery Loves My Company. It's the
Mm,
same album,
yeah, yeah.
and this is this one Human and was it Break? I think it was
Mm.
the one. Well, it was the one that had Break on it. The because we talked about it earlier.
Oh, Life Starts Now.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Life Starts Now. So those are my three favorite
Mm,
albums that I
yeah.
absolutely love. And but this Chalk Outline song, you're right. It's a song about someone that's trying to wash away memories of someone else. And
Mm,
this is such a descriptive way of putting it. And
it is.
I really love this
And
song,
even
man.
even one part that I meant to mention, but we've just got that caught up in talking about it that I've not even said it. But when he says, so obviously he's talking, as we've said, he's talking about being a chalk outline, and he says, "You kept coming back to the scene of the
The
crime."
crime. You kept
I
coming back
love
to
that
like
line as well. Yeah. Are you
you kept coming
there?
back and thinking
Oh, yeah.
like you kept coming back to thinking about me, and now it's like there's no outline anymore, but you
Mm-hmm.
keep coming back here remembering that chalk outline, remembering
Yeah, yeah,
how things have died here, and
yeah.
but my memory won't. It's pretty much saying like my memory won't go away that easy because of
No,
what
yeah.
we've been through, of what's going to
Mm,
happen between us. You can't
yeah,
erase me that easily because you're always going
yeah,
to come
yeah,
back to
yeah.
the scene of crime. You're always going to come back to think of me for one
Mm,
reason or another. I really love
yeah,
this song, man. A
yeah. I
great
do.
choice.
Good. Thank you.
All
That's
right.
all I've got.
That's all you got? All right. So for
Yeah.
my first honorable, I went with Redemption. This is a great song. I really love it. This, like I said, this song is about redemption. And
Hmm.
it's a this is a song that I needed in my life. I
Yeah.
really love the way that this one starts. This wasn't really because I was going through something heavy. It kind of
Mm,
does because I do
yeah,
enjoy
yeah.
this song.
Mm.
Like musically, I enjoy the
Good album is
acoustic.
this, actually.
Yeah, this is a really good album.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not one of my favorites, but I do enjoy this
Mm,
song. I just
yeah.
really love the acoustic feel of it.
Sorry, just backs up. I chose the last song as my number one. You've chose the first song. Is this the
Isn't
opener?
that kind of
Isn't
funny?
it?
I think that's the
Is it
first
the?
song
I
on.
think.
I think it is. Hold on, I think it is.
Oh no, it's not. Oh no, I'm
No, it's
wrong there.
not. It's
Sorry.
not. No, it's not. No.
Yeah, it's
No.
so called
So
life
called
that
life
opens
is the
this.
one. Yeah.
Just still a good song. But
So,
anyway, sorry. Yeah.
but for me, I kind of needed this song because with what I'm going through, I need a redemption, man. I need something
Mm,
that's going to. And he goes, I know there's nights when it felt like living hell. All those nights when I almost killed myself. In the end, you never left. When I needed your forgiveness,
mm.
and that's kind of what I need in this way. But I really love the way it kind of builds up to a chorus and then it goes into the next verse. Like it kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
leaves you hanging a little bit,
yeah,
and
yeah. I
I
noticed
really
that
love
actually.
that. I That's really
I think
cool.
I actually wrote down "Where's the chorus" in this
Yeah,
one.
and it's just like it skips through it, and
One
even when
line
it goes,
actually, Keith, that you've not mentioned. Sorry, when he says, "I had to hit the bottom to change my direction." I really like that
Exactly.
line.
You had to hit
Mm,
rock bottom in order to change
to
something that I
change.
needed to
Yeah,
change
yeah.
what's needed to be changed, and it just it doesn't happen that way. Like
Mm,
for me, I had to hit rock bottom of what I'm going through to understand what changes I needed to make. And
yeah,
I
yeah.
need a redemption, man. I need something that's gonna
Mm,
make me feel redeemed to get me back to the top, find
yeah.
my way back to redemption. I really love that line. I need to
Mm,
find my way back
it's
here
great.
to
Yeah.
find to be in good graces with people. And this
Mm,
is this is one of those songs where I just kept listening to over and over. But it wasn't one of the ones I was like, I don't really feel like it's a top five, but I do
mm,
really enjoy this one. I feel like that I could definitely honor
yeah,
this
yeah.
one.
Still the recognition of the song.
Yeah,
Mm,
like right
yeah.
here, like when this is when everyone left me for dead, you never gave up, you never quit. I remember the words. Remember the words you said. We can still be good again. Now I'm looking
Mm,
you in the eyes, my soul on my sleeve, nothing more to hide, and I'm never going back to that condition. You showed me the way to redemption. I know there's nights when it felt like living hell. All of those nights when I like, and he goes into that part
yeah, yeah.
again, but like powerful, man. This
Mm,
is
very
just so
powerful.
powerful, and I cannot get enough of this song. But
Yeah.
this I'm talking way too much about an honorable. I just really love
Yeah,
it,
let's
man.
keep
It's
these
great.
brief.
Yeah, trying to keep these brief. I just
We
really
do.
love this song, man.
No, yeah. It is. It was a good pick for an honorable. So
Well, let's
one
go ahead and go
of
to your next
my
one, man. If you got no more,
yeah,
if you got nothing else.
no, no. Oh man, this is such a song. This is another one where I was struggling to actually include it in the top five or not, but this one's just like you.
This is
I
your second basic.
love
This is a basic
yeah,
bitch answer.
is it?
This is my basic bitch answer for you.
Really? Oh my
Yes,
god, I'm
yes,
gutted about that.
yeah.
This it just opens so good. When he says I could be mean, I could be angry, I could be just
I
like you, I
do
could be
really love
fake, I
this.
could be
I do
stupid.
love this song. Don't get me
Is that
wrong.
why? Oh, hang
I'm a
on.
basic
Hold on. Why
bitch
am?
too.
No, wait. We need to stop throwing basic bitch around. It's as outdated as guilty conscience. Why is this basic bitch? Was this a big radio hit or
It was a
something?
big radio hit. It was a
Right. Well, I
huge radio hit.
genuinely did not know that.
Yeah, that's why I said it's a basic
I.
bitch answer.
Do you know what? I'm playing my passport card. That did not end up
You can
massive
take
over
that
here.
passport and shove it where the sun don't shine.
Give it all the way up to
Shove it
Scotland. I
all the
hear
way to
you.
Scotland. Let's go. I'll see you in
Oh,
Wales,
that's
buddy.
fair. That is fair. But genuinely, I did not know that this was as
Okay,
big as
got
I'm now
you.
finding
Yeah,
out to be. So I kind of was like, oh, okay, I like this. And that's
it's
why
a
I
great
ended up putting it
song.
on my
I
honorables. Because,
I'm kind of a basic bitch too because I really do like this song as well. This
mm,
is one of those ones where
yeah, yeah,
I kind of grew up on. This is
mm,
what this is the angry teenager Keith right here
yeah, yeah,
talking.
yeah.
This is the angry
It's
teenager
got
where
that vibe.
he's like I could just I could just like you, and he's like you're like I'm not gonna do that. I don't
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
do
yeah,
this.
yeah,
And I really love this one where it's like I could be so cold. I could I could
yeah,
be so
yeah.
cold just like you. I could
Yeah,
be
that's what I
angry
mean. It's
just
kind
like
of like
you.
so petty that it's great.
Exactly. He's like I could
Yeah,
do like all of this stuff if I really wanted to. I just choose not to do this.
yeah, yeah.
And you're like, here, you thought you were there to guide me. You were just in my way. You're wrong if you think that I'll be just like you. I
Mm,
really love those lines, man. It's
yeah, yeah.
like you thought you were there to guide me and whatever, and you
Mm,
thought you were going to just, help me, but you were just standing in my way.
yeah,
Move
yeah.
out of the
Get out of
way.
my way.
Get
Yeah.
out of my way. I'm going to go do this on my own. And this is probably the song that's kind of the most basic bitch of one that you have, but you didn't know.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I genuinely do love this song very
yeah.
much. I just knew
Good.
that there were other songs that I felt like needed to be talked about that weren't this
Yeah, yeah, of
song.
course. Yeah, I
That's why I
understand that
didn't
now.
include it in any of my picks because I was like, oh, well, he should know that this is like one
Yeah.
of their most listened to songs, but you didn't know
No.
that. No,
Well, yeah, that's my reasons for picking it anyway, but I'm happy to
I don't
move on
mind it,
from that.
man.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
it
mind
is a
it,
good
dude.
song. Yeah.
That's all I got for this one, man. Great song.
Yeah, me too.
And for me, my next one is going to be Mayday. this is such a great song, man.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Brand
This
new.
is, was this
Sort
an
of.
interesting song for you? Yeah,
Yeah.
this is kind of newish.
Keith, you know I love a song titled Mayday. You know that.
I know you do. I know you do. Yeah, this
I
came
do.
out just last year in November.
Okay.
The song's only about 3 months old or so. About 4 months old. And
Yeah.
this is already has 10.5 million plays in 4 months. I
Impressive.
really love this song, man. I
Yeah.
cannot wait for them to make an album that has all of this on it. And I cannot wait for this next album. If this is what it's going to sound like, this is what I want. I don't usually pick newer-ish music
No,
when
no,
it
you
comes
don't. That kind of
when it
threw
comes to
me.
these things. And but whenever I listened to this, I was like, I want more. I
Yeah.
really do and really enjoy this song. And I love it. It says, we log dead people who haven't died yet. We ride like passengers without a pilot. We be losing our minds, but we'll all try to hide it. It's hard to keep fighting when you're barely surviving. We'll never say Mayday.
Yeah.
Like,
Great.
I love this. It's so good, man. Such good lyricist. It's such a good vibe. I really love the tone of the song and where it's heading. I cannot wait for this next album to come out whenever it does, because I kind of want to review that album, because this was one of the songs, like I said, was on repeat for me for a while. I just knew because it was newer-ish that it was going to be an honorable. But say like in 6 months and we did this again, this would probably be in my top 5 somewhere. Just because I really do enjoy this song very much. And even I know it's new, but it's not new to me because I've listened to it a lot.
I like the part where he says, just wait in line for your rights and your privilege, then follow the leader right off the cliff's edge.
Yeah, I love that.
It's so good.
Go jump off a cliff, buddy.
Yeah. This to me sounds a lot like old 3 Days Grace. Does it sound?
That's
does
why
it have that vibe with you as well? Yeah,
that's why I'm kind of excited to hear it.
Okay. Again, I've been talking about the albums going up, and then it kind of flatlined a little bit. And then when I heard this, I was like, this sounds like some of the stuff I was listening to right back at the beginning. So, but I have since found out that the original vocalist moved on to do something else, different project, and now he's come back again. Is this the first single with him back on it?
Yes.
That's why it's right. Okay, that all makes
that's
sense.
Why you're getting that old school vibe. And I was like, yes, he's finally back. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm super excited about it, man.
Okay, a good pick.
I'm glad you like it, man.
Are you excited? In the liked.
Yeah,
it's in the liked song. So yeah.
Are you kind of excited for the next album that they're going to release with the singer again?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Because it sounds like they're going to go back to the roots, but with a even more progressed sound. And, like we were saying, the songwriting got better and the mixing and all the lyrics and everything got better as well. So if that's going to be the next big thing, but with an old sound, like this is going to be a nostalgic album for a lot of people.
It's kind of like with the Day to Remember album.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a common theme at the moment.
So, like, I know that most people can't listen to it yet because it's not on the streaming platforms. Even with this being released this week, it's still not going to be released yet. But I have the CD and album, or vinyl, whatever you want to call it, album, vinyl.
Yeah.
I have it in my car and it's been on repeat. That is, I have not switched to my radio at all since I've had the CD, and they've come back to their roots, man.
I love that for you. I do.
It's
I really
so
do. I can't wait to hear it. It's fucking killing me not being able to hear it.
I cannot wait until we can review that album when it comes out.
Yeah.
And when we review it that next week, and
you are not going to need to do any fucking research for that. You've got.
It's funny.
Literally, I could just phone you 5 minutes beforehand and say, "Fancy talking about this album?" You'd be like, "Yeah."
I mean, I've been waiting for weeks. Let's go.
5 minutes. Let's do 2.
Yeah. So it's funny that you say this. So, spoiler alert for later. I already have my solid and platinum choice for the album.
Yeah, of course you do.
There's 2 songs that I can't get enough of right now, and I can't wait for you to listen to it. I wonder if you can, when you hear the album, I wonder if you're gonna be able to pick up which ones they are. I want to
I
see
think
if
I
you'd be able
already,
to.
without even hearing it, I think I already know what one of them is.
Yo,
Because I'm pretty
yeah.
sure you've told me that you can't stop listening to it, so it's clearly got to be that.
There are other songs I can't stop listening to as well, but there's two of them that are really good right now.
Yeah.
But that's all I got
fine.
for this one, man. I'm so hyped for the new music and new album come out.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
Good
it
pick.
for me for that one.
Cool. So my last one then to finish up with is again off the Explosions album, and it's "I Am the Weapon."
This
Notice
is
how
a
he's got the word
great
"the"
song.
in here. Notice how it's not "I am weapon,"
Whatever.
but this, yeah, this again is just one that I couldn't. It wasn't quite on repeat, but I kept going back to it because I enjoyed listening to the where he says, "Let me get to the part that I really like." So when it comes to leading up to like the bridge part before the chorus, and he says, "Am I living or dying the dream? Youth is broken, half of it was stolen by a world I can't unsee. Youth is broken, half of it was stolen. Look what you've done to me." And then he goes into what I can only describe as a shine down flow. I don't know if you've got
Yeah.
that from listening
No,
to
I
it,
definitely got that.
but he pulls just the most Brent Smith thing ever, and he says, "You have the power, your ammunition. Now I'm the message.
Yeah,
This is
that
the
part.
lesson.
Yeah,
Here in the
he's like
present,
dun
I
dun
am the
dun dun
weapon."
dun 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 dun
And
dun
yeah,
dun 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 dun
and
dun.
that, as soon as that,
Yeah.
and I heard that, I was like, "Oh my god, this is fantastic! I absolutely love the way that this is going." And the fact
This
that
is a
he's saying,
great
"Here in the
song.
present, I am the weapon. Now I'm the message. This is a lesson." And I just loved how
Yes.
that was.
I
He's
really
literally
would, and you
gone.
saw that this song was already on the playlist whenever you got to
I
it,
did. I did.
because this is one of the songs where I was contemplating on putting on my list because it's
Yeah.
such a great
Okay.
song because of that, only because of that
Yeah.
part.
That part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that you had the power of your ammunition, all that.
Yeah.
That was the most shine down thing I've ever heard in my
Yeah.
life, and I'm
I'm glad
very
you've got
happy
that as
that
well.
it was
Yeah.
super shine downy
It's
for me.
great.
It was a great song, man.
It
This was
is.
a good
Yeah.
choice. That's the only reason that
Yeah.
it would have been in there was before that
Yeah,
part, and
me
that's
too.
it.
That's
That's
what I
all I
mean. I don't really have
needed.
anything else left to
I
say
don't have
about
anything
it,
else.
but
There's nothing
it is
else. I
just
really
that
just
part.
I just really
Yeah.
love that. But there are later in here he does say youth is broken, half of it was stolen by a world I can't unsee, and then it's like youth is broken, half of it was stolen. Look what you've done to me. And then he goes,
Mm.
I was the target, I was the mission, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I really love those four lines because it's like
Yeah.
there's something that's going on in my life right now that I just can't unsee, I can't undo, I can't do any of
Yeah.
this. So I feel like, I need the power, I need the ammunition, I need to send a message, I need to make things
Mm.
right. And I
You
am
are
the
the weapon.
weapon. I am the
Mm.
weapon. Really
Yeah.
great song, man. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. It's a
So we're gonna
really,
go
really good one.
to my last one. We're gonna close
Okay.
out with this one's called Let You Down. This was one of those ones that I really enjoyed, and I this was off their first album.
Yep.
This was one of those ones for me where it was I felt like it was a basic bitch answer for me. To me, I felt like
Okay.
this was a basic bitch answer.
Yeah.
I just really because what I'm going through, this one was kind of like in the back of my brain, and I
Yeah.
felt like I let this person down. I feel like I had to change who I was, and then they didn't like that change, and they didn't
Yeah.
like who. Like I felt like I let them down. He says,
Mm-hmm.
"You may be full of fear, but you'll be safe here. When you finally trust me, finally believe in me, I will let you down. I will let you down. When you finally trust me, finally believe in me." And I feel
Mm.
like if they finally believed in me, they would know what's really going on in my brain and how confused I
And
am, or
trust
like
you. Yeah.
and they feel like you need like I feel like I would let you down if you really trusted me on this. And I don't like to feel that way, but this song just
Yeah.
was always in the back of my brain, and I just could not get away from this song, man.
Mm-hmm.
I
It is
that's
a
all I
good one.
got. I just really love this song. It's a really great
Yeah.
song too.
It's yet again another catchy chorus.
Oh yes,
Like
for
the
real.
way that he sings the um when you finally trust me, finally believe. It's like just the way that the word play again. It's just
Yes.
really, really such a good song. Yeah, good. Another
That's all
good
I
pick.
got for it, man. Just a great song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
Wow. Is that all of our songs?
Yes, that is all of our songs. Yeah,
Wow, man.
we're coming up
What
to
a
an hour and a
heavy.
half.
Hey, that's not too bad, man.
No, no,
What a heavy ass episode today.
that
Well,
was
for
heavy.
me, well,
Yeah.
for me, heavy emotions for me,
Hmm.
and we got that interview with another artist. So by the time that this comes out, it would have already happened
Yeah,
because it's
yeah,
going to be in the middle of the week, which is super weird for me.
it
But
is.
that
Yeah.
one, but we would have over a week to work on that one, which is
Yes,
plenty of time. But
which is
then,
good because I'm not actually in the country either.
yeah, so it's going to be good. So with that said, man, I mean, what are you the solid and platinum choices? I already gave you your platinum choice, which was
Yeah,
explosions. Um,
yeah.
but your solid choice for you, this was a little trickier for me
Yeah.
because there was two of them that I wanted to give it to you, but I think
Hmm.
that I'm going to have to give it to World So Cold. I'm going to have to give it to
Okay.
you because that's a just
Was
really
Chalk
a
Outline the other one?
Chalk Outline was the other line.
Was it?
What was the
Yeah,
other?
yeah, yeah.
Chalk Outline and World So Cold were the solid choices for you.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
just couldn't.
Yeah.
If I could put two of them at the same level, I would.
Mm.
But if I
Yeah,
had
yeah.
to, I would go with World
That's
So
fair.
Cold above that one. What
Yeah.
would my solid choice be for this one, man?
Oh, this is tough. This really is tough.
Because you're going to have to give me a solid and a platinum choice because I already gave you your platinum.
Yeah, I
So
know. I know. I think. Mm, I think for your solid choice, I feel like I'm doing these the other way around, but it's just how I feel after talking about all of
mhm.
this. So they might feel like they're the wrong way around, but for me, the solid choice for you is Painkiller
Yes, let's go.
because it's a solid song, and I know it was your number one. But the platinum choice for me is the Infra-Red, I think.
Really? I did
Yeah,
not
yeah,
expect that
genuinely.
one from you. I did
Yeah, yeah.
not. I genuinely did not
Because
expect that from
the
you at
way you
all.
were explaining it, like it was just all going through my head, and it all just made so much sense that I just
You
thought
felt
at
like you
that
could
time,
enjoy the song more now that I've
I,
explained like how the
when you
song is to
explained it,
me.
I enjoyed it twice as much, and that's before even going back and revisiting and listening back to this again. Just like the whole, because I'd already said it was such a groovy song anyway that I really
Yeah.
enjoyed. But then your like explanation of the lyrics and all of that stuff just made me have so much
Oh man, that actually
appreciation
makes me
for that.
happy that that's my platinum choice because
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was the because like I said, those are my number one and number two for
Yeah, no,
reasons
that's what I
because
mean.
they're
I said
just
I
so
feel like I'm doing
good.
it the wrong way around, but I'm not.
But to you,
That's what
they
I feel
reversed.
like. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I
Oh, I'm
really
glad to
enjoyed
hear it,
that.
man. Well,
Yeah.
closing thoughts for 3 Days Grace, man,
Oh,
and like a
well,
message for
I'm not
our
gonna
audience.
lie. I was stressed with this episode. Like,
Really,
I just, yeah, yeah. I really thought that it was gonna be. I mean, it was heavy, but I really thought that it was gonna be heavier than it was, and that I was not gonna be able to even come up with 5 songs that I liked. So just from that perspective, yet again, I don't want to say the cliche thing, but I'm going to have to say the cliche thing.
do
There is
it.
something in this for everyone. And if you go across all their
No, we
albums,
don't say that every week.
genuinely, like if you're feeling like shit or down, then this would be a band that appeals to you if you're trying to get through a difficult time,
If you
definitely.
are a sad emo kid, this is
If
the
you're a
band for
sad
you.
emo, yeah, go for it as
Even
well.
if you're
But
an elder emo, if you don't know who 3 Days Grace
yes,
is, we're gonna have problems.
yeah, yeah, you should do. But yeah, even if on the opposite side, like I said, I'd not pick stuff based off emotion. I just picked stuff that I enjoyed. So like the explosions and like World So Cold and the Just Like You, even though that was basic, still really good songs and fantastic musicians. So yeah,
Oh
just
yes.
just just listen to anything, shove it on shuffle like Keith does to pick his top fives out because he's such a fucking pro at doing it, whereas I have to do it the old way and go
Hey
through all the
man.
albums. But
Hey.
that's my kind of 2P. What's your thoughts?
I say that my closing thoughts was with the shit that I've been going through this week, all the real heavy. I mean, this isn't just like your normal heavy stuff. This
Hmm.
is real heavy stuff that I'm dealing with,
Yeah.
and having 3 Days Grace to kind of be the background noise for this
Hmm.
experience. kind of helped me realize some things as well. And you know, some of it does come from the new A Day to Remember album from, you know,
Yeah.
listening in my car. Some of it does have to do with that. But whenever I'm at work, my radio doesn't work in my work truck. So I
Hmm.
can't even put the CD, or else I would put
Ah,
the
right.
CD
Okay.
in there. So I have my earbuds with me at all times.
Hmm.
And 3 Days Grace was the background to this week during whenever I was going through it, and still am.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is one of those bands where if you are going through heavy stuff, pick this band up, and I'm sure that you'll find some kind of redemption, some kind of feeling of like you feel like you're gonna just break, you know,
Mm.
or you're just gonna feel like I'm just gonna sit down here and just cry my eyes out, or I'm just gonna be so angry. There's a song in here that can help you with that. Just like I
Mm.
have found some peace with what I'm dealing, even though that it's
Yeah.
heavy. I am strong enough to get through this of what I have to do to get through the other side, whatever the outcome's gonna be.
Mm.
This band kind of helped me realize that in the end, I am just myself. And if if people choose to leave your life for some unknown reason, or you go through something heavy and then you just stop talking, it's not that you didn't try. It's just maybe there
Mm.
was like a different approach you could have had. This
Yeah.
band has been with me since 2005, like at least
20 years.
like 20 years, man. This song,
Yeah.
like this band has been with me, and I will never forget about this band and what they have taught me. And it felt so
Mm.
good to go back and listen to their music, and it's like I'm 15 again, man,
Hmm.
listening to this album or listening to these
Yeah. Yeah.
albums, and it's like I'm that teenager again, going through some heavy shit, going through life changes, just like I am
Mm.
now. And here I am listening to Three Days Grace again.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really loved
Like
it, man.
life cycles.
So go listen to them. They're great. I've loved this band. I know most people do. And I
Yeah.
really hope that if you're going through something heavy as well, message me, message us, message
Hmm.
someone, reach out, because I know that
Yeah.
it's not easy to deal with alone. I can deal with it alone because that's just who I am.
Yeah.
But if I reach out for help, it's because I really need it. And I hope that some people are there for me
Mm.
when I really need that, you know. That's
Yeah.
all I got, man. Y'all guys, you know, go listen to them. They're great.
And
Um,
if you did want to message us, how could they do that, Keith?
they can go message us on Facebook. They can message us on Instagram, and they can also do it
No, I
through.
expected you to give me the socials line there. For God's sake, man, I give you such a good setup.
I
And
know,
you
but I
just,
don't know how
whoops.
I cannot do it. I do not have it memorized for me.
No, no, not for you to do it. I was
I
giving you
know,
that
like you were
line
gonna
to
give it
give
to
me the
me.
line. And
Oh,
I could have done the
oh, but
socials. But
all
anyway.
right. Well, with that said, I say, can you give us those redeemable socials?
Oh my God. Just turn your computer off right now.
I'll see you later. I'm not in here.
So, yes, you can drop us an email at wavesacrosspod@gmail.com. You can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at wavesacrosspod. You can subscribe to us on YouTube, which is where we are live. Hi.
Hey, YouTube.
And yeah, please drop a like and a comment if you enjoyed the episode on there. And yeah, we're across all Spotify, Apple, Amazon Music, Good Pods, anywhere that you would listen to podcasts. So give us a follow on there as well. And yeah, the final thing is to come and jump in our Discord. We've had a few new people come in this week. We've got the legendary Roger. So hi to Roger
Roger,
for
welcome,
jumping in,
Roger.
plus other friends. So yeah,
Yeah,
we're
there was more.
trying to get a little community feel in there now. So please do come and jump in. The links for that will be in the description below. And yeah, finally the Facebook group, which is where Keith likes to ask people polls on songs and albums and other things like that. So that will also be in the description because I've now figured out how to add that. So yay me.
Yay, me.
But, but yeah,
Yeah. All
other
right.
than that, that's the
Well, with that
episode,
said,
man.
man, yeah. So, with that said, y'all guys go have an ear opening rest of the week. And remember, go listen to 3 Days Grace and be good to each other. Peace.
Peace.
Peace, bruv. Cheerio.
Bruv.
Bruv.
Brava.
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 Brava.